Jaguars fans, welcome back. Hey, I hope you all had a very happy Thanksgiving. But as everyone knows, the day after Thanksgiving is the day where our rampant American commercialism takes over and we start buying. Speaking of buying, I want to talk about some Black Friday buyers that the Jaguars have on this team that they absolutely need to consider being the long-term plan for this franchise. They're going to absolutely be your solid role players whenever you look 5 6 years down the line at a quality um, playoff contender that we're all expecting this roster to be within the next half decade. So I absolutely want to start off with someone that's was a draft pick last year. He came out of an incredibly small school, came out of nowhere, really burst onto the scene whenever he was dubbed the Smoothie King during the NFL Combine. I'm talking about current right guard Ben Barch. He has played incredibly well ever since AJ Cann went out. He did struggle in his rookie year, but oh my goodness, whatever he did in the offseason to go from what he was in his rookie year to what he is now, because my goodness, he is playing lights out. Tony Baselli, who is, he's should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not yet, but a soon to be Hall of Fame lineman, Jeff Lagerman, who has, he does ample amounts of film work for various media outlets in the Jacksonville area covering offensive line. They both say that from year one to year two, it's been immaculate. He's playing incredibly well, and I'm very excited to see what it looks like because it's no secret Andrew Norwell has a massive contract. Does the team look to move on from that? I don't know. Does the team look to move on from the lesser of two guards in AJ Cann and then replace him with Barch, who has played very well, in my opinion, has played better than Cann has played? Because as we all remember, AJ Cann was a player that had, I've never seen it in my life before, but he received the first single-digit PFF grade. So Barch has been playing very, very well, in my opinion, to this point. Now, someone else that I really think has been playing incredibly well, considering where they were taken in the draft, and then also from their development from year one to year two, and it's nose tackle Devon Hamilton. We didn't see a lot of him in the Buffalo one, obviously because they don't have a lot of they don't run the ball. But whenever you're looking for a team to stop the run or for a player to stop the run in the middle of the line, Devon Hamilton is absolutely one of the best players at run stuffing in this team right now. You're looking at him; he has the sixth highest run stop win rate with 44% amongst all defensive tackles in the National Football League. He is sixth best at stopping the run. Whenever the ball comes towards his way. So I'm over the moon. What was he, like a fifth round pick, a third round pick in 2020? So over the moon with Devon Hamilton's progression. I'm over the moon with Ben Barch's progression. On top of that, he's also been able to get after the quarterback a little bit. He does have a sack on the ear. He's been able to get up, get those big paws in the way, and he's actually batted down a pass as well with the one pass deflection. So I can't say enough how proud and how excited I am to see Devon's progression and success thus far in the league. I'm very excited to see what he has to offer going through the rest of the year as we play some really good run-heavy teams. And then also, just as I'm excited for Barch, I'm very excited for Hamilton's development into that junior year of his NFL career, as they've been far exceeding expectations, to say the least. Now, rounding out my list here, Tyson Campbell. He was someone that I was dogging on hard whenever they first drafted him. I thought there was a lot better option, especially if you were going to go with a defensive back on the board. I really didn't like the whole prospect of Tyson Campbell. He gave up a lot of big plays. And for the most part, in the beginning of the season, he was what we saw in Georgia. He was someone that gave up big plays. He was someone that didn't turn his head. And he would be on the receiver's hip, but he wouldn't make the play because he didn't know the ball was coming. Now, he's learned how to make the play, and he's learned how to read the receiver. He doesn't turn his head, but he reads the receiver, and he can tell whenever the receiver is going up for the ball, whenever the receiver is going to make that play on the ball. So he still doesn't turn his head, but since he's always in that perfect spot right on the receiver's hip, right in the spot to make the play, he is able to, because he's so good he's learning how to read the receiver and what they're planning on doing after that. That shows with the fact that he has 4 passes defended already, just over the halfway point in the year. And then on top of that, he is incredible whenever it comes to plays close to the line of scrimmage. Whenever he can just look at something and attack it, he's incredible. He's made a lot of really good open field tackles. He's made a lot of good pass deflections in the latter portion of the season thus far going into Week 12. So I'm very excited for all 3 of these players. We have 2 players in their sophomore campaigns. Tyson Campbell is still a rookie, and whatever Joe Cullen's doing with these 2, it's working. We have Taven Bryan looking like a monster. We have Devon Hamilton playing very well. We have Tyson Campbell playing very well. And then Ben Bartz looks to be the heir apparent to Andrew Norwell. So, once again, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. This was 3 players I think the Jaguars should be really, really invested into developing for the long-term success of the franchise. And, hey, we're on to my favorite time of the year. We're on to Christmas time. So, with that being said, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, as I'm trying to get this Jags Fan Cave community as big as it can possibly go, because I love talking to you guys. And if you disagree with any of my picks, if you think someone else should be on this, absolutely drop a comment down below who you think I should put on or why you disagree with any of my takes. I'd love to have a good conversation with you guys, and I'd love to welcome you to the Fan Cave community. With that being said, stay safe and go Jaguars.
Dude!